Welcome to the Krypton Report. This section, I got my man Solomon.
What up?
We are reviewing the junior novel, Superman Welcome to Metropolis, a novel inspired by the new film, a prequel junior novel, published by Random House here in early June of 2025.
Solomon can read? I didn't know that.
By David Lumen. Okay, now, interesting. David Lumen has written over 165 books for young readers, including Before the Batman and DC League of Super Pets. A former actor, he once played a messenger in the episode of Lois and Clark, The New Adventures of Superman, when the title characters got married. He lives in Los Angeles with his wife Donna and their dog Gombe. Which is funny because like Lois and Clark tried to get married like 2 or 3 times on that series. But it's interesting because this book is a paperback and it's a lot thinner. Because I did read the one that's before the Batman. I did buy it back when the Batman came out. And I read it. And it was okay. But it was hardback and was thicker. And I really think this book should have been thicker. Because I think there's a lot of story more in here to mine. But Solomon, let's start with you. Like, tell me about your experience reading this book. I read it over 2 days just because I read it at night before bed and I was tired.
I read it like 2 weeks and
It's only 138 pages.
yeah, become lazy too.
True.
But I'm the only one who called me names. But I had a great experience with this book. I feel like this book was pretty interesting. I like that Perry White was more into it, and I have a good feeling about this Perry White.
Yeah, I do too.
I don't, cause I like Man of Steel, Perry White, but like I felt he had less.
Okay, so let's say this. I like Man of Steel Perry, but I don't like what they did with Man of Steel Perry when we got to BVS. But that's another conversation. Yeah, that's another conversation. We'll probably mine that out more next year when we do our live BVS watch.
Maybe just, I don't know, just do a video about Perry White.
So.
Okay, but I really like it. There is a twist that we're going to talk about in a minute. There is a twist in the book that happens and I really like it. But it's so weird.
There is? Okay, so the book starts out like it's Clark coming to the Daily Planet. And I would say, okay, this is like year 1 of his journey in a way, of him in Metropolis, because we know it's been said that the new film, he's been Superman for 3 years. But what I think is weird, okay, Solomon, is it starts and Clark refers to himself in the third person, already calling himself Superman. That's just weird to me. Like, because usually every time we've interacted or had, like in the stories or whatever, it's always been Lois gives him the name Superman.
Well, we can't do the thing. What if Martha and Jonathan Kent called him Superman?
I mean, that would have to make the most sense because I don't like the idea of him like giving himself his own name.
Maybe just people with Smallville. I don't know. Guys, real quick.
Yeah.
I really think this book should be a TV series instead of just a book.
It kind of does have that vibe because there's a lot in this that threw me. First of all, what do you call it? Lex doesn't know Lois. We do get to see a good bit of Lex's workings and how he how he treats everybody and everything. Did you think that we were going to see Toy Man in this?
No.
When they were at the toy factory, you weren't thinking it was going to be Toy Man?
No, I actually didn't. I mean, now I'm thinking about it, yeah, it could have been, but I just started the book and I'm like, I don't know what's going to happen. Like, I don't think there's going to be a super big villain, which there was, but we'll touch that in a minute. But yeah, I didn't think Toy Man. Sorry.
No, you're fine. But what do we get in this book, Solomon?
We got Metallo.
Right.
Which is so weird. On Superman's
his first, like, Luthor basically just, like, doesn't know kryptonite affects this new guy, Superman, but yet he just happens to have found it to power Metallo.
Which I think was weird. But, yeah, I feel like this book should have been longer. I felt like this book should have been a TV series instead of a book. Yeah. But it was so weird.
It was weird. But I just kept thinking the way they did Metallo in this, it's almost like they made Metallo a throwaway villain. You know? Because now it's like, oh, Metallo.
Yeah.
We've already used him in this book. Because I don't like, if they're going to do this book and they're not making it canon, it's supposed to be canon. It's supposed to be, something that we want to read so that we understand a little bit more of his story, his journey. But if that's not what they're doing, then I don't like that. So then it makes me guess, like, why did they use such a big villain to just toss away? Like, everyone's going to be like, oh, man, we got to see Metallo in James Gunn's new universe. Man, we got to see Metallo. And then it's like, oh, we already used Metallo in this book.
Or maybe what's going to happen is Metallo powers up.
You got like a more powerful Metallo?
Yeah. But I do want to see Parasite in James Gunn.
I do want to see Parasite. I thought that would have been an easy one, I think, to do here. Let's see. We get the discovery of kryptonite. We get John Corbin. Lex didn't know Lois. There is no mention of, just for a reference of with the film, there's no mention of Miss Tessmacher or Cat or Metamorpho, or I don't even think they mention Lombard or Ron Troop either. I know, like, we got Jimmy.
Yeah.
So we got some Jimmy Olsen.
I just felt like the book could have been better.
It was very lighthearted. Like, it couldn't figure out what tone it wanted to be. There was no mention of the engineer, no crypto, no Fortress of Solitude at all.
I'm thinking about it. Yeah, there was no crypto.
It ends up beat. But we did. Who else did we meet in the book, though, Solomon?
Well, I forget his name.
It's a character you like.
Oh, hold on. Guy Gardner.
That's not who I was thinking of.
I was just joking. We met. I can find him. Hold on. I forget his name. Dad can say it.
Mr. Terrific?
Mr. Terrific. We did see Mr. Terrific and Hot Girl.
We did meet Mr. Terrific and Hot Girl.
And Guy Gardner.
But yeah, I thought the interaction between Mr. Terrific and Superman was really good. So that was kind of refreshing. Because it was really setting him up. Like I told you before, I think we're going to have Mr. Terrific do his own thing.
Yeah. I kind of like LexCorp better than LuthorCorp because this book had LuthorCorp. I really wish it was LexCorp. Just when you say LexCorp, you think of Lex Luthor. When you say LuthorCorp, you think like his dad, my mom. This is the last time, like, but LexCorp just makes the villain like even like crazier. Like he's by himself. He knows what he's doing. So I would read it. I mean, if you want to, you can read it. I really want. I recommend for you guys to see Superman the movie coming out July 11th.
Yeah, it was a nice little short book. If you get a chance to read it, it's fun. Check it out, like from your library, or it's only like $7 for the actual book. You know, it's a great book to have Solomon read, just part of his summer reading program.
That's my first book I finished.
Yeah, you need to mark that on our paper.
Yeah. So, goodbye, guys, and always remember, look up in the sky.
Look up in the sky.